What is up, y'all? This is Derrell here on the A Train podcast, and I'm going to give you my predictions for this upcoming college football season. Now, this does come after the first week, and we had some technical issues, which is why for such a delay. But I'm going to give you my picks for this upcoming year on who is going to win the conferences and who is going to win the college football playoffs. All right, let's get some music. NFL on CBS. I don't know why this one's playing, but hey, we'll go with it. All right, now on to the ACC. All right, so according to Vegas, Clemson is projected to win the ACC, and they are actually a plus 600 odds favorite to win national championship. Now, if you saw the game the other night between them and Georgia, they absolutely got walloped. I do not believe that they'll actually win the national championship, but I think, of course, Clemson is Clemson. They're going to contend. However, they are going to have trouble with North Carolina and potentially Florida State, because Florida State put on a show against Notre Dame last night, and it was fantastic. So with that being said, Clemson, they do win I believe the Coastal, and they will go on to win the entire ACC and go to the college football playoffs. All right, on to the South, the SEC. Alabama, they win the SEC West as always, and they will face their favorite team to face, the Florida Gators, because they are destined to play them all the time in the championship game, and of course they will beat the Gators. And yeah, Alabama will go on to play in the college football playoffs. They will be more than likely ranked number one, and I don't know who is going to actually play in what bowl game, but I know this year it is the Orange and Cotton Bowl again. Alright, on to the Big Ten. Now, this is Ohio State's conference to win. They will win the East, and a lot of experts have predicted Wisconsin will win the West. Now, let me just break this down to you. Wisconsin, they have a minor setback. They got beat by Penn State at home. First time they lost a home opener since the 90s. Now, they will go on to win the Big Ten West, but they will have some competition with Iowa, because Iowa is pretty flipping good, but we will see how good they will be when they are tested with Iowa State next weekend. Now on to the irrelevant conference that is soon to be as dead as a corpse, the Big 12. Oklahoma, yeah, of course they're going to win it. They always do. However, again, with Iowa State, they are on the uprise. Matt Campbell has got that team looking good. Like, they are scary good. When a coach does not leave his program to go somewhere better, you know your upcoming class is going to be dogs. Period. So, it's a little tough to say, but I'm going to go with Oklahoma again. We will see how Iowa State pans out for the rest of the year, but that is a conference to watch. Little side note, as everyone's aware, Oklahoma and Texas are leading the Big 12, I think as early as next year, to go to the SEC, which is a little bummer, but then again, Matt Sarkisian of the SEC, the commissioner, he is playing three-dimensional space chess by bringing in two powerhouses, well, really one, but two from a name standpoint, being Texas. This is very good. Now, there are reports that UCF, Cincinnati, BYU, and Houston are set to join the Big 12 and have formal invitations brought to them for the end of this year, or probably as early as in a couple weeks. I think it's a great move. Houston, they have been brought up thanks to Tom Herman a couple years ago before he departed for Texas, but then he was released by Texas. Cincinnati, they are the best team in the group of five, hands down. UCF, they had their moment of shining of fame thanks to Scott Frost a couple years before he left Nebraska, which, by the way, Nebraska is a dumpster fire. And yeah, BYU, they are just probably one of the best independents out there in college football, to the exception of Notre Dame. So I think it's a great move, and I would love to see what happens with that. But now, on to the conference that no one absolutely cares about, the Pac-12. Now the Pac-12 is kind of a little dead as well. That's because they are out in the West, and nobody wants to stay up to 11 to watch more football, let alone bad football. But there are the exception of these two teams. All right, Pac-12 North, Oregon is the favorite to win it. And yes, they are actually the reigning Pac-12 champions. They are returning 16 starters with them. I think that they will win the Pac-12 for a second year running. And if they beat Ohio State this week, now is the time to get the Pac-12 back into the college football playoffs. It hasn't happened in a while, since I believe 2017 when Washington went and they lost to Alabama in the Peach Bowl. Oregon, they are the only hope the Pac-12 has right now to get to the college football playoffs. Now USC, they are favored to win the South again. And Utah is sort of a dark horse favorite as well. But ultimately, I think Oregon is going to win, and they are absolutely going to destroy everyone in their remaining schedule. And if Oregon's best player, Kayvon Thibodeau, if he is good to go for this Saturday against Ohio State, Oregon has a great shot. If not, then it's game over for the Ducks. But those are my conference predictions. Now on to the college football playoff predictions. As always, Alabama will get in because they are now the new Michigan of college football. They're going to get in first. Second, I believe Oklahoma will be at 2. They struggled against Tulane this past Saturday. How the hell do you almost lose to Tulane University? Lincoln Riley has some trouble. He has some big trouble. He needs to clean that up ASAP. If they want to win a natty, they need to clean that mess up. Dear baby Jesus. I was screaming at the TV because I could not believe what I was seeing. But Oklahoma, they are a 750 odds favorite to win the national championship. This is based off of money line by Vegas Insider. But as always, Alabama is the sure front runner to win the national championship. Number 3, I think Georgia gets in. All right, they are looking really good. They shut down Clemson this past Saturday in a amazing back and forth game that ended with 10-3 in favor of the Dogs. I think Georgia will face off against Oklahoma for a rematch of the 2017 Rose Bowl. Oh, excuse me. 2000 and no, wait, that was right. They played them late in the year, then it went on to face Alabama national championship. I think Georgia has a legit chance against Clemson, and I think they are the only legitimate chance of beating Bama in the national championship and being the Dogs of Athens, Georgia. And at number 4, I think Clemson just gets in because they are Clemson, and everybody loves seeing Clemson now because all the recruits are going there now. Now I'm just babbling. Alabama will surely destroy Clemson if they're matched up against them, and it'll be Bama and Georgia national championship. Another rematch to what happened a few years ago, except this time I believe Georgia finally dethrones Bama to become your 2021-2022 national champions of college football. Well, those are my predictions for this upcoming year, and just want to say thank you to all watching the podcast, and you all have a great day.